Yes, land that we love, our beautiful, beautiful, sweet Mama Salon. This is not the time for the program proper. So if today not the first time you listen to this particular time not the program, not the time we take things that will happen during the week in a salon and we put on a table where we all go get opportunity. You yourself where they listen, you can call and be part of the program. Without wasting any time, I want to bring one of my panelists as the other one then go they join me as we go on. So yes, NSC Brema, you can tell Fambul Lemadu.
Fambul, una good evening, una good afternoon, una good morning, anywhere you get free. This na NSC Brema right from Paris. To be specific, at France, the capital city of France, with Paris. And me now, when I use a contributor, I always be in this program. I want to say Kushen Kabo to everybody. And hope to go continue for say on text message as usual. And on our own contribution, I want to say thanks to all we listeners. And we knew one day we'll get today. I say thanks to all and I wish you a happy listening trip.
All right, on behalf of Fambul where they listen, I want to welcome you on board and want to tell you a Kushen Kabo to you, Senesi. Yes, Yusuf, we see you, but we wait for you make you join on board so that we go continue with the boat. We pray that no harm on your children may fall. Mama Salon, blessing and peace unto you. Then they come up from Memuna to Mariam Bari Safa. Definitely now waiting the song say. This particular term, now the term we outline all waiting happen during the week within our own forum, Nasera Network. All waiting happen during the week we put on a table and then we can come and start the program proper. From last week Saturday to date, what happened? We see Usai, the President Julius Maada Bio, he pledging commitment to national cohesion, and he called on parents and teachers for support the government and in free education. You know, say not a free education, no more free quality education. We know say the president we do a thank you to last weekend. So because we take from last weekend come up to what happened to this morning to yesterday. So when he be there on that replay, now he talked that we also see Usai the president commissioned construction of hospital na Masongo village, and also he launched the free ambulance service na Bombali district. This always he do so na the north. Remember, if we can remember well, remember say if we don't go na the south. We also saw the president maybe bid farewell to the ambassador where they go na Senegal. We see somebody where they call most people go know Mustafa Y. Mustafa Y get a piece where he write, he call him, he say delivering on the new direction manifesto. He say a case for a national management agenda. If you don't see that piece, they go on Sarah Network, you go meet that piece today. It's an interesting one though. We also see Usai the Lake Production and partners. Then we visit the Bintumani Auditorium. We December 24th, when Christmas Eve, the Lake Production they get the biggest award ceremony in a salon, and fortunately for Share Network, this radio way they listen to, we get 3 nominations. We get comedy, we get nomination day, we get a movie, we get nomination day, and even the radio way they listen to, so we get nomination day. If you want to know how to vote for we, just go to Lake Production or search Lake Production. You go see, you go to voting, then look for the best entertainment blog we did, the Share Network did, and you can vote for we. Also, Susai President Bio receive heroic welcome na Magboka, and he also promised for restore the lost glory of the Tonkolili district. We Susai the President talk fine one. Na the north, and we just wait for see Usai everything go accomplish. Usai President we also commissioned the Nabului, the expansion. This expansion cost $120 million. Now it cost na the key. Well, we just hope say the president self go able for help within the diaspora, because the key is very expensive, and if Bolori don't come, don't spend $120 million. Trust me, in a business, there are no losses. They're there to make money. So I just hope say at the end of the day, then go give it good service, but we not go get for pay exorbitantly for able for get the services the way they done at the port. We see outside the UBA, the bank, and the they say they do the raise awareness on gender violence. Okay, then get 16 days of activism na salon. The woman them. Then they try for raise awareness of rape and all those things. If you know somebody where they follow 98.1, you will find out lately, maybe the past 6 months, maybe now only now people are in begin. We about the past 6 months or the past 1 year. If I go back to archive, I go bring a lot where it be like say every day that they sentence 1 or 2 man them for bad behavior per small picking them. 1 or 2 man there every day in a salon. So the woman then say, well, he do so, then grab now team up for talk for themselves. For say, he do so now. Then one for suicide government, they put strict measures by them man then where they misbehave so na salon. So that at the end of the day, I remember somebody be the talk. He say na salon no more. Then they give excuse say na because of the way how the woman then they dress. Na because he say but when you go na the Western world, he say some at them we all see how woman then they dress. Some at them na the Western world. Why make the man then na the West not they go misbehave that way? They say oh na because of the way he dress. But then they use them there as excuse na salon. Say, oh, now because of the way they can dress. Well, if you not left your body, now don't man no go do this. But at the end of the day, some of them see are 9 years of age, 7 years of age, picking, 5 years of age picking. It's really sickening. And I think say government self for coming and put some measures the way they sentence you so you self. At the end of the day, not for them one the way then the catch no more, they do thief business and all them things then they get a harsh sentence. But then kind bad behavior, you say forget harsh sentence. We also Sierra Leone participates in the Regional Maritime Security Conference. We also the Dr. Serabendu Sef Bengode in attendance. And we see Usai the president say, remember say for going at the north, one voice not be come out. He say if President Biogo na the north, then they stone him, then they this, then they that. We be dealing with something like that last week na the show. And the president talk, I say if he not afraid, bullets, in go, in fet for saloon. If na stone, he say, they want the way they talk, say then go stone, I say na empty talk. He say if na they want the way they talk, empty talking go afraid. We also see Usai Salon Police. Be careful talk. This is one of the things they deal with today. Salon Police, where they go Parliament, they talk say then they na a critical financial situation. They said in 2017-2018 budget, the government don't be fulfill them fully. They say because of that, the person where they supply the rest, now they supply them again. They say even NP, because the NP petrol station, now they take fuel supply. They say even NP don't threaten, they say if they not pay up, NP not go supply them again. This one, even the boss of police, be careful, Dr. Richard Moigbe, be careful tell the NP, they say, he say, if thing not be done, now once no more then go work, then see say no police patrol not in a street again, because they not get fuel. That is one of the things that we go deal with today. We should say Professor Kefala M. Kalon, when at the bank governor, he be explain of something we happen na FI Bank. FI Bank be get some issue, and the bank be get for closed. They say then they do transition to new owners, and new owners, somebody come out, come say, well, the case still in a court, the case not be finalized. So for make the bank governor come and can put more per that kind talk day, look call for. But that day we go see how they go for go bring them in again. We suicide the CRS when at the Catholic Relief Service, and also with help from the American Embassy. They do this school feeding program. The school feeding program, $25 million in a space of 5 years. What think that mean? $5 million every year. But okay, you getting big money there. Huh? We can just feel say, oh, now the cash. We really need this particular government, because the past governments have done, they make mistake. Let me know what thing they go to administration, waiting at the physical money self what they spend for the eat. Because okay, more 5 million every year, $25 million in space of 5 years. At the end of the day, when you look, now then self young people and can they be in there. Now then they draw the project, now then get for pay that project coordinator, when from overseas then they pull and come. So if then they give you proper breakdown, sometimes by this 25 million, who for be saying no waiting na 10 million or na 6 million, now they go directly for the its business. So, but as we see them right now, na $25 million, now they go for the school feeding program. We also see Usai, this one funny. We see Usai, a press release come out. The press release say, the headline say, people are responsible for timber in Sierra Leone. So the press release say for arrest any foreign national who then catch the cut trees then a salon, or where they buy the timber log them. At the end of the day, people away can comment say, no to the foreign nationals and they go cut them tick them do. Then say let them begin first with then chief them and with then demand them. And say because now they're responsible now then people actually go meet for court. But not to the foreign national they go take waiting that asks for go court tick, not to them. So how then go arrest them? Another one we will see surface now Zainab Sharif. Remember the Big Brother Salon where AYV be launched. AYV launched Big Brother Salon, but prior to that, we began Big Sister Salon. When a Zainab Sharif idea, a bring a can AYV say, okay, yes, myself, I agree, Navo, then they take them on board. Where the Big Sister done, AYV say, well, now, we can do Big Brother. Then say then they do Big Brother, but Zainab Sharif not mix inside Big Brother. Zainab Sharif in a Big Sister. Big Sister comprises of 10 women them. Big Brother comprises of 20 people them where they take part with 10 na woman and 10 na man. So Zainab Sharif now finally talks say not also the team for Bigo because they exclude and totally by this particular one. So we see Usai AYV self somebody write on behalf of not AYV but in claims on behalf of them where it bash waiting Zainab Sharif talk. But we hope say this go end amicably because Zainab Sharif gets another show we call Z Factor way for come on AYV. So if they don't begin get small chamot on the Big Sister and Big Brothers alone, we just hope say everything will work out peacefully where this show go continue. We also see Usai, the first lady of Sierra Leone, where himself come on board, where he gets his own project we call Hands Off Our Girls, where himself joined this 16-day business, where he say, he call on different government parastatals then for come on board, for join, make them bring some kind of stiff warning for the one the way they misbehave, but then girl picking in a salon. Okay, this time on the entertainment side. You get this group where they call LXG, we all know them, a salon, where then they do very well in the entertainment industry. Well, what's in the happen? LXG be go America, on that All Star. Remember that thing, it was the past government at the APC time on All Star, but a lady by the name of Doreen Naim be carried and go. He make a peace, love and unity concert. Now carried and go. So election for go back this December for do a show na America na DMV. But this time not to Doreen, we na under in company they issue that visa, carried and go. So what happened? Then go na the airport. Before that, Doreen claimed say nobody not tell him. So but people they say he see the flyer. So if for no. But now he issued the visa. Cut long matter short, they were stranded. They don't allow them for enter. So then get for pack them back and go salon. So now this time around, they say they December 24, then go to stadium. We see Usai the AYV, then say then they celebrate the CEO when Anthony Navo Jr. ENUF, then welcome a baby boy and their family. So they celebrate that. We saw President Bill also visit Guma, then get written and call the Guma Jungle Training Ground. And we get some first away come out at the United Kingdom. We go salon for go train them. We just hope say then soldier go get proper training where at the end of the day it go benefit the country. The other day, somebody looked the post and say, what in the soldier then they do self na salon? You don't know. But at the end of the day, say, now they for go plant, for make rest, and then thing and they with police. But police have said the cry says they need more people for joining the force. So I don't know. We see also 3 high-profile women then they behind bars. One of them were the previous minister, Madina Rahman, and also the head of the FI Bank. So what will happen? Sylvia Blyden post say, then they go and talk about, say, then they help the woman them for these 16 days of activism and everything. But at the end of the day, look, 3 women they will they lock up. So, CID began for talk. We go deal with standing at the show today. We see also the First Lady say indetermined for fight every violence against women na salon. We see Usai one case day where they make rounds on social media where they on WeSave too, where they speaking 12 years of age Bobo, they say he died in Victoria Park where the mama they call say he need the government intervention. He said, do I make the government help? And because the way how this thing go, he explain everything. He said because the way how this thing go, it look like say some foul game play. So in the big government, do I make them go help him? Make Ingo do the real thing will happen to him Pekin. We also see USAID then released the 2018 Sierra Leone Afro Barometer. Also with USAID President Bio. Okay, we don't deal with that day, the school feeding program. We hear what to say the African Petroleum, they plan for withdraw come out na salon. But it's not a conclude stuff. They say in a plan and the negotiation is still on and they just hope say everything will work amicably where nothing will come out. We still say the First Lady be going at the African Girl Summit and himself be get for campaign help put young case across for campaign against early girl marriage. We they say Mboku most time na the provinces, even self na the city self it happen there. We suicide the House of Parliament to be explain what thing really happened with the supply, the Committee of Supply and the Ministry of Finance. We suicide the Committee of Supply interview all them people where carry them budgets go. And waiting the Ministry of Finance allocate to them and how them plan for spend them. We go test padande back na the program. We see Usai President Bio pada in tour na the north. He also promised mini hospital for Koinadugu. As I been say earlier, All these promises are good. We just hope say they will come to pass. We see inside the foreign minister, Ali Kaba, he be going to UAE, and he go sign a visa waiver agreement. But this visa waiver agreement are for only diplomats and people with service passport. Diplomat and service passport. He's saying he also they work on some trade deals them between Salon and UAE. We just hope say that they go come to pass. We see Usai, the finance minister himself, be attend the COMEC meeting at Turkey, and himself put the case across. We just hope say all lengthy away with the sea go really come to pass. We saw President Bigo Kabbalah and make cash donation to the School for the Blind na Kabbalah. And then they bring we to Usai with the right now. Yes, and I see Ibrahim, I would only everything at table before we start the program proper. What you want to Motpa before we start?
Well, excuse me. I just want for, because the main important thing there, we really important. I think last week could be done deal with us seriously. With His Excellency, the retired brigadier, in visit the North. We don't see the president, not for one region, but for the whole of Sierra Leone. So, I will not talk against you. Two things here. The SLPP, therefore, no say, now they in governance. The APC, for accept defeat by this time now, say yes, indeed we don't lost power. We did in opposition. What will the President do? How this country will go before? Than getting people with sit down at the bench, any small thing. Now look at what will happen. Even to the musical industry, just like what will happen with this cow in show. If you see all kinds things that they promote the social media, they say we go show and say na so. Why we not go try for long? We see how we focus for long take the country forward. Now I believe so that do for the now. That anybody where they don't pay for this, they take a seriously. So if the APC now still realize say they don't lose election, they still pay for this black president say the go and then begin say they begin to church remarks, and then they work. At least go home, like when they don't say that they try to get the constitution for them, when they focus on that, they get a very powerful constitution and try to come back. We all hope, say, we all pray for who that will come make the country better. So let them give His Excellency in your own chance with him team. Let them can go say, let's see how they go take the first 3 years. When they will not satisfy, the power then we have. We can go back to the pools and say no power, no anti no, they look for that person. Yeah, I believe this past election will be very much interesting election because we see we see different players they come. One be they look for everybody be the cry change. So they therefore accept the APC therefore accept say indeed we got lost power. No go back to the drawing board. Let's see how we will change 2-3 man them who come back na the field of play and come facing another competition. Then again, the SLPP get for no see, but they been in governance. So start to see the way they happen, where they say refer to, where they say at the social media, although yes, they say get for it for defenders. Once you get the other side, the other people then they where they count so that fake news, they say they can make the thing mix up no more. So the next 2 years we go for accept first and that country, the APC and the SLPP. Then we will move forward. And I want to tell you say that money we they talk about, like how you talk no more, at least the finance minister or the minister of information for come and tell me say this money don't come through. Now so they come in cash, but if they come in items, now food, now this they come with. Now so then this money they come. That they go look somewhere better just like I say because when they call the money, to the man where they do they don't fiscal book money for this school feeding, this that the case of the house again a school is supposed for the eat now. So now we break down, now we sensitize people, the way money come, we tell people, they say, this money, na so it come, not so money come, they count 10 people there, and then 10 people where they come, Now, so them get for pay them and from that money because that's so many say the money I they give they can't eat is that they can't the expert they can't put the and the expert they can't they get for pay they get for pay the lodging all this other money you see so I can stop here so far first the brother.
I don't know if Yusuf don't join we. Okay, if Yusuf or I will not join it, I think we carry on with the program. The first issue we deal with on this program.
Maybe don't join.
Okay, Arun, carry on, sir. Sorry about that. Carry on.
Okay, as you know, I come late, so I will say hello to everybody, to all listeners.
We lost Arun. Senesi, you did it?
You hear me?
Yeah, they hear you now.
Yes. I just want to cover things where I hear you, or because I come late, so I just want to say hello to listeners. One, we get to do with the school for the blind in Kabbalah, I think you mentioned. I kind of impressed for you that we get a school for the blind, particularly given the level of free education generally. I mean, if we kind of struggle with them na free tongue, I wonder we can kind of keep the school for the blind, going on that far part of the north, and how then they survive, how then they go on, within that kind of thing constraints. We understand, say, the president, just like you mentioned, say, it been good. I see some pictures too where he go and say, give them cash, So I just we'll look for, maybe in the future we'll get to know how then they go on, how life been there, they go on for them, or standing started, and all of that. The other two I want to mention, I just want to come to within CNSC talk about how APC and SLP before realize within an position. You see, in a democracy, these things happen, get for happen, say APC when within the opposition now go realize within the opposition don't work with SLP. It works so. It can never work so. People then go lie. You expect the kind of what you will know as the John McCain kind of people and not in politics these days all over the world, where they want to work with the opposition or the party in government. It all depends on the government where they in power. When you make a promise, just like we Abraham, they say all these promises. When you make a promise, make sure say you go all out for fulfill those promises. Because you know what, action speaks louder. The opposition or whoever they are, the opposition, if you were there in government, you make sure say you carry out your policies, you fulfill them. No matter how they try for lie. The public they see, the public they know, they feel. Because this, like I say, actions speak louder than words. For say something and go stop for criticize the government, and some of them criticism then they on founding. It just cannot stop. It all depends on how government will put the house in order and do what it is supposed for make clear and get things going. Particularly with education, when we talk of you mentioned that hospital where that many hospital where the president promise to go open somewhere in the north. All that come to boil down to one thing: the education level. Because you know what, things like hospital, you need skills. You need kind of particular skills for runner. You go need doctors. You go need nurses. You go need health specialists. So if we find a way for boost education for they address all them problems, and we not even need for go get expatriates them. Go get the School of Allied Health Sciences, one of the colleges of the University of Sierra Leone. But if let's say we try to enhance we education, for address all them things that we will need, it will boil down to something good. I just want to stop this so far.
All right, Miko bring Yusuf on board. Yes, Yusuf, you want to tell Fambule and waiting you catch up at the thing they will lay in a table.
Yes, Fambule, I just want to say when I do wherever on a day. And welcome again to this week open university where we get so this time is source of learning to some respect. I could talk with a few things. I'm going to go on and off, but I just want to say I pick up on Rashid in point. No matter within any country or every sovereign state want to do for advance the society, there's nothing more fundamental than education in any respect. If you get the basis when education, everything else will come in place. Because I remember years ago, we don't talk about this program, how, if at all, we influence the minds of the people today, that the elementary standards come to secondary standard and come to the education, the high level winner, the college standard. If you don't influence their mindset, then they take a whole different shape, wherein integrity they in play, humankind they in play, and the most advanced discipline we they get, that human resource. If we will develop that, we will come down properly, we get that line in order. All these other things, as I don't say, we're not going to need expatriates for can do things. Because if the writing is black and white, they're able to read them, they're able to interpret them, the experts will show them. The only thing is, now forget the investment now. And I know health matter and all this other stuff matter. But if you get the proper base of education, health would be in place, proper place, civil servantry would be in better place, the common person, we see, because if you see people they do certain things in society now because, they're ignorant of the fact that this is not the condition or this is not the stipulation we then put in place for make this go this way or that go the other way. The same thing, if you bring that machinery really big like this, where they do things easier for the people, then if they not get the basic training or they not get the education and know how to operate that machine, they're useless. So I'm a Rashid, and I don't project one fellow where I be always tell you about AAA for me to go get na this program. For seeing educational initiative where they go to them villages, go look for possibilities wherein it will bring some kind form of education system there. If you go to villages, go tell them, look, I'm not getting money for buy the land for now, but if I produce the land, I go bring materials, when I bring labor, I will bring all the other supplies for make the schools and camp. So things like this, the initiative, we get them the private college to be ready for teach them people, and they just like I am not teach people, but we've got and resisted them. We do so many wonderful things, both at Salon and overseas, as we know. So again, education at the base. We not lack the people, we not lack the minds that the end means that we're able to get to execute the stop them properly. Thanks.
All right, thank you. The first one we will deal with today, now, as I've been explained just now, some people let me take the ladies them with behind bars now within a CID, then take the case severe blinding. Let me just say from people them it out say look the NEPA make say then they do 16 days of what they call, but look this government take woman them and lock them in a prison and blah blah blah. Let we listen waiting CID get for talk about them woman and they within a prison.
The first time deputy minister in our head, he did our custody, yes. In June, I get a tip-off, actually what they call information. Say, some people then they pull drugs inside container na Ferry Junction. So I therefore send me team there, then go indeed they meet people there, and then they pull drugs in inside this container, then they offload them. So we arrest the people then and tell we say that drugs they na the deputy minister, former deputy minister, Madam Madina, now even give instruction for let them pull that container na Hastings Training School. Say that time where the Ebola been they on, the drugs that we been they come for Ebola na Hastings Training School, then equipment they on, they then they pack them. So now even give the instruction for let them take and let the counter. So if they don't do it, then they pull a small, then they carry and go na Kisi Road, one premises then na Kisi Road, then they carry and go down na Karbaton. So we get this intelligence, we go the people then. That very day where we bring the people, that was in June. Madam Madina not been there na Freetown. Not been there na Sierra Leone, in fact. But that very day, that June, the 27th, I get onto her on phone. Na China, because the people that may get a number, then call her, we talk. I tell her, say, so thing don't happen, then don't they mention you. So what you go do? Now for let you come back, let you can clear your name. They tell me say they come in 2 weeks time. Fair enough. We put the people there on bail, and the drugs now, large quantity. In fact, don't expire. Where the public not get access to them. From that time, when they try for check, are not able to see them. So now only Monday, I come across her, na AG's office. So I get for arrest her because we already get warrant for her. Well, I can explain to you for them drugs thing.
Okay, now almost container with the talk, but so we meet people and they offload.
Now one container them they pull something inside. Now we intercept. So we they look into run.
How true is it? Because like I'm plenty concerned on the comments from people and say they're not able to get access to them. Why?
Well, we don't know that they come for cancer, whether or not they get access. Let me make it clear. We person in a cell, then put her in a cell for reason, and then they deprive her of certain rights. An investigation where you do, you need for protect your evidence. So offering unhindered access to somebody within a custody, it will endanger the investigation itself. But that besides not too true for say people that know they see that woman, because I don't dare. Honorable Karamokaba came to me yesterday. I make it go see him. Other people they can then go see him. So not too true for say they know they see him at all. Then they not too true.
How far this investigation don't go?
How would they on it? Say in your case really we therefore contact boku people then according to the evidence where they unfold. So we they honor.
So what about the FIB MD?
Equally we therefore now we evidence that we they try for access for harness and put them together, and then we'll take decision whether they are due to be charged to court. The FIB bank issue, we get information say tension day na FIB facilities. People they don't they go there that morning day before yesterday, but they never able access the facility for transacting business. So therefore take upon myself for let contact them. I go na O's na IMAT say no go talk to me. I did they say let them send phone to me. Let I can't talk to her on phone. Oh, he go in lawyer come. We fortunately now somebody we are sabi. I explained to her why we did they say I won't forget on to Madam Jallo for Gona Bank because we understand say you don't order for let the bank not operate on Monday, and boku calls been the car in. I will tell you with certainty that you get over 5,000 policemen themselves when a customer they gonna do their salary they go boku of them. You get soldiers, you get the other partner then when they do business with them. So it really begin raise tension. And for let we sit down, for let somebody do that kind of thing, we go to be remiss in our responsibility because we go definitely get for lead to some kind of breakdown in public order. But whatever reason it was, this na administrative business enough for deprive the public from access to their own money we hold in trust. So if even there was an administrative issue, for let them deprive the public not go on for no which not them problem.
All right. Well, that's at the head of the Criminal Investigation Department, Gabriel Tomi. They talk about that interview with Theodore Arena. Also, a update on the issue then investigate with the first time Deputy Minister of Health and Sanitation, Madam Madina Rahman, and Sef, the Managing Director for FI Bank, on issue where then same way so they investigate.
Well, Nadande Gabriel Tomi from CID begin for explaining about how this issue happened. I dey open the phone line now. You will listen. This is the thing where you get opportunity for call and be part of the program. If you want call United States number, the country code now 1-646-610-3107. The country code 1-646-610-3107. If you want call United Kingdom number, the country code now 44-739-803. 0402 44739-803-0402, or you can call the salon number where the country code now 232-78 232-78990-991. 232-78990-991. Any of the numbers there, you can call them direct, or you call them now WhatsApp or email or Viber, whichever means you want for call. The lines then open now. Yes, NSC Brahma. Waiting that you take on this particular explanation from Gabriel.
Well, I want to say plenty first to Mr. Gabriel to me, because people who listen to this radio normally when police case can be with the CID. Gabriel Tomiki always open up to journalists and they explain. I want to say congratulations to him, because he opened up to the media ready for explaining, give the facts, even when they ask him where people they say they need to get access to Madam. He say, well, you don't know that are the people that we mention. Say this person if he can't visit her. So this the two have been talk last week. See. We journalists therefore go for the facts, go get the news. Like we go meet Gabriel to me, you don't get the facts. Now everybody don't hear. The one the way we say nobody know able to get access to them. One thing I want to say about us, but severe blinding. If I not say sin na sin is more another. Any side you commit sin na sin. Anyhow you commit na sin. No mean say because of the say today. Now, so day or this week, they celebrate so. If in the day they get access to you, they not follow you. Say, Lord left you. Supposing they be left another day back, they go. Where go so, and when you listen to Gabriel to me, they don't say where they don't try to invite them. Instead, they take phone, call them, they get warrants for them. You say, okay, they come. They not come. So if you get the information, they will work for them and bring this person come, but they can't clear a name. But if the way balance, that means you get something with the traffic. Then I want to get to this musical Emerson for we see the politician and I suspect it. No, just look. This medicine, these drugs don't need. They take and they keep on. Say it don't expire, then they go thief and pull and one they go hide outside. Hey boy, which kind of wickedness this? These drugs don't come, they say for people that were sick. Then they say for Ebola. Okay. That same drugs they I believe say other things they will be cure or other things they will be the user for. You be the handover. Will not be the handover. Why you not take that drugs here? You go handover. Say that drugs here, and then this we don't come on and then drugs here and they be left doing that Ebola attempt. Then instead you take time and those and they pull a small, they keep and the same thing they could be see, then go catch another drugs so they say free healthcare drugs there. But we don't know how that place they go because we don't get none of our brothers or sisters we count as saying, so this case you don't handle. We can just count to break the news there. So the code do episode at the end. But we they make sure she will continue for further the story then for look we will get the end of it. You see? So these are some of the things that we talk. Which this woman FI Bank a better way with the CID intervene because we said we know that bank say that the first bank where they didn't go to the military and the police, then even they go to training school. Then to the recruits, they go tell them say that the best bank. So most of the recruits then now they open their account. And when they come they just say follow no more now. So if they be there for support if the police and the military they go with a month on also the salary they will get at the end the money say let them close the bank. Then they lay down to say nobody know let the people they want the salary them. Police say una salary don't go, the military say una salary don't go. Then they say, hey, what you have the mommy? Say no open. Then they go meet an house. So if that's they take and they put her in safe custody, why they solve the problem? Because if they go meet an house, no problem. Police don't go able again. Because the same military and policeman and they get account fee. So you see, and I want to say thank you get to Mr. Gabriel because he really opened up to journalists. They explain every bit of thing will happen. Anybody go and they different explain. I want to tell them plenty things. I believe that anytime and they will see I also appreciate them so much. And on behalf of Sarah Network Radio, I want to appreciate her for always there in front of journalists for explain, for giving the correct news. Thank you very much. Okay, make up again, Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf, Yeri, on the side of CID. Waiting are you on take, sir?
You know, we always say this at the show. If we get an objective-minded individual to the point that it is put in content in office, responsibility first, ahead of impersonal stuff. We get good governance, number 1, 2. We get accountability at play, number 2, 3. You get the people, the masses informed. And again, let me not forget to underscore the fact that if proper journalism also takes place to the same point, you go see good results. And what can they create now, like an enlightened mass, wherein everything they out in the open. If they give the people and the citizens them, an insight of what can happen, we not like that secrecy will be know before, but now this we get for the try to do. Once I mentioned this, if we know somebody will do good, hail them for the good way you do, because to some level, good behavior, good character can become contagious. And then a good thing we want to see based on what we don't know they happened back in the salon over the years, wherein good behavior no day, the bad behavior then they get some kind of praise but then they die out. So for anybody, this is not my personal view, for anybody we open up to press, we open up to the public in terms of bringing facts out. Let we congratulate them people in there. Let we give them the power we they need, because this is the set of precedents wherein if somebody else come, you don't get an option but to follow waiting been done happen before them. So in any respect, I'm glad that CID get this open door policy now. I hope it will continue. And for the case, no CID play out. No CID play out, because I'll tell you again. In all the avenues of governance in a salon, not to everybody in a bad person. Not to everybody corrupt and like until they ass with the paint all with one big broad brush. Not to everybody they do things we are supposed to do. The only thing, the one way they do the bad and all things and they outnumber the one way they do the good stuff them. So any opportunity we get, low highlight them people in there, low encourage them to do more. Because at the end of the day, sometimes other person we been want for they do the right thing, but you not see because you not see an example, so they will follow suit. So much respect and kudos to CID and the openness within the exercise now. Thanks.
All right. Yes, Aaron Rashidin. What are you on take on this story, sir?
Abraham, I would say Yusuf and Tennessee, they kind of don't treasured well on this thing, and we say that everybody will appreciate the role the head of CID play. Even whether or not I agree, say okay, well, on the inside I did that, but the fact that he come in try to explain things out, that's good. I just want to start with this bank. For the director of a bank lock the bank, something wrong is going on, whether internally or somehow. Something wrong is going on with cause this chaos to the point that CID, and rightly so, when it comes to money business, people in the enable get access to the money, that can cause disruption of peace in our society. And I see why next CID intervene. That was a good move, So I would maybe sometimes the media will follow we know exactly. So this woman then will give their own side in a future program we'll get to where I believe they will listen and go look for you. When it comes to the drug container way they mentioned the former deputy minister Medina Rahman. Certain things in the way I find confusing. Now that when this new government take over, remember whose month they inaugurate the president. I believe say the Ministry of Health don't get access to all of them health related, whether not drug or institutions or center or when everything we get for do with the ministry. The previous administration don't hand over everything. So deputy minister or minister of the previous government should not have any. The current government don't get grip of even dead drugs and who side they store them. the ministry, the current administration, for them to take control of them. The former administration, personnel, they don't forget access to them to the point that, therefore, sometimes they get people they really work with people in the liaise with. But the ministry for don't get access, don't say if they don't get no expire. Therefore, don't know what thing they do for, get rid of them. The other thing again, we confusing because where the CID bust up, it talk about June. This thing happened in June. This is December. I think they allow for little time lapse. I believe that possible them they look for. They don't go full time for long. If you not be meet in a particular office, for arrest, because the CID get the authority. For seek somebody and bring and come for questioning. And I believe from that's why we don't go. From June, it's a long time. What about the other people? Waiting happening? One would the question the CDC the last time. It left for no a follow up. What exactly they want to do then drugs here? One they will open the container then. Now, waiting happen? Who that involved? Waiting will they go on? Waiting that they want to do? Waiting cause for the lapse between the previous administration we hand over and the current administration. Why may the current administration able to get control of all them things, get control of all them things they are under under control. So some of them things and the CID they're not for they allow them CID let them the lapse. That nobody them gets control. Anybody with them sick. At the moment we come, they don't go for them. Then they don't go for and try to invite some say well come this is June so they go to December. I think say in 2 laps it can create some sense of doubt. The two are fine.
If I can only under if we listen to Pastor me, it can say and not be days in town, and not be days here, and if they China, they get in over, in contact town, it tell us it come. And when it comes, not bother for go report. Yes, but enough way coming to it, not bother for go report na CID say, I don't come home, that case so that call me for
going for her. Then it's June. That's what I was saying.
When they go get the information, then they go get the information, they go straight up for go get them.
No, not to them go get them. Now meet up. Tennessee, no. I think listen that side. He said they meet up. Now meet up. Now they arrest them. Yes. Now they meet up. Now they arrest them. They go to the AG, to the Attorney General. Now to the Attorney General, and they go.
Then they don't allow time for lapse.
Now then they are going to say because if they don't come at the country. Then you go report.
Right. I mean, this we also talked about this a few months back. We talked about business continuity plans. This not a norm for small businesses now. This not a norm for governments now. This not a norm for government wherever in the world you go. Here, that's not the reason where you get that transition period. I remember. If you go back to the archives, you see one thing we'll talk about one government ministry we change hands because the government change and the minister will still get government motorcar. It is carry with them all around the country. We not even return the motorcar after we in time of office done. This are the kind of stuff the way to our winning point. Enough for labs. If at all to say this not to a personal property, this not government property. If your term of office done either by resignation or by forced resignation or by change of governance, you get your civil responsibility. We cannot add the moral objectivity or your moral responsibility where you get for yourself. Say, it's in this that the government of Sierra Leone in Motokadis. I only get the privilege for control this motorcar because I serve that this particular department as this personnel that I make I get this privilege for get this motorcar as a form of transportation. So that being said, when the time done, the window day we at least I forget 24 hours, 36 hours a week. It could be stipulated. I don't say it didn't write in somewhere, but I don't say chances are who cares, right? The same thing come if they don't put in place anything. We know all waiting they happen. CID, they get evidence that we see them, they go to the garbage, or somebody will pilfer with them and end up for doing something else we're not supposed for. The same goes for containers and whatnot.
Exactly.
Look, container in kind of sit on na wataki because government hand it or somebody confiscate them or some paper and all right, end up forget somehow, somewhere it get lost and something because somebody try to do something dubious with them. And let me understand this. If at all we get the dedicated people and we do this, government accountability office, they doing job. These are the kind of things that we didn't get for enforcement ministries, they get for enforcement and parastatals. Because I don't say if I'm a private company, they do that. You can't do it. You can't do it. I don't say they happen there. Because if they lay you off, then they escort you out of the office. The key you get, you hand over. Now, any credentials, then don't wipe you off that system. They completely. You don't get no access anymore, period. If you come from government, then I didn't get from November elections, the presidential or whatnot, up to January, when they do inauguration, they don't get them time for walk out the things, for get this person for camp, for move officials them and say, okay, this guy for be your own place. No begin tell you waiting they happen at this office. No begin tell you waiting with they no begin tell you waiting at the business side where they go or the next step on this case or this affair or this process or this project. That's how it should work. We all get fooled sometimes anyway. I would say me personally, I'll get fooled because when you don't get used to the standard in the West, the thing to say, it get for happen at salon. Not because we want for me happen, but because we see and say a better process. In any case, if we adopt all the other things the way the Western world they adopt, adopt the kind of thing in there as well, because they make governance and all the other things that are very simple for operate on a continuity basis. And if I can come back to that banking issue, I don't understand waiting a bank director will get a mandate for short financial institution when a public investment.
Exactly.
But I go let us see what can happen about that more.
Yeah, I think we go, Yusuf, we get a full story on that, but I think we go left for next week because what thing really happened, that case they court, the current owners them, they claim saying that they own the bank, then they get, I think they'll be going to partnership with another people, and then people and they saying that they get the bank now. So now they then count back and forth, they say they in the court and everything, and there was, now we do an entire show on that. We get the one then for the bank where the claim saying that them, so it was all based on that. We make that particular person they behave that way, they say what not, but now she's in custody anyway. So I don't know that get the power. But Michael Cook can send in text on concerning way to the talk. So he say the immigration system na salon, he say is substandard. He say because if na any side, including the state, he say as soon as we the deputy minister arrive na salon, as soon as we touch him foot are gone, he say na they therefore don't take her into custody. Then not for wait against FT go na use. Then get all that lapses. They say now they then for don't collect them. He says so now they infill say the lapse day. Not forget say the phone line still open. I want bring we other story for the day. We now the
before you go briefly. I just want to say this one word concerning the young lady there with the CID. The person we put the case across. If me not the judge to God, I think say them for don't get some point against them because in my own opinion, this is my personal opinion, not his proven opinion. That one of the most deceitful people that we in as when they above that country day. So for if he begin they can't talk for people. This is say if the person I feel say she has done things the way today nobody talk boku says. So then woman if they play what is it that blind they do, if they play through the emotion of people then. So you say, oh, if they talk for them one, they will do that. If they try to use that for cover all these dirty things the way. This, like I say, in my own personal opinion. If you don't talk about them, man, they are not a big case at all. So I'll just end on this so far.
All right. Let we go to Parliament. Let we listen to how things can be full concerning all the one the way go complain about their own budget. Let we listen.
Back to 1.3, and I will take
step by step, members of Parliament and the Committee of Supply, we don't shape themselves to different subcommittee them. Don't begin look proper one inside the country in 2019 budget after the tough or bitter debate. Whether we don't do on this document now the well of Parliament inside the past 4 days.
We allocated an amount of 87.8 billion.
This na the number 5 subcommittee and the Committee of Supply. We get 6 subcommittee them with MP them. We get sabi but budget and corporate business. We the help now for make correction them on different issue them. Now the budget estimate for different ministry, department and agency them for the 2019 financial year. And now the Salon Police first been appear now this subcommittee usai the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Richard Moigbe, and in team been go for go defend them budget for the year 2019 when about over 800 billion loans. But the Inspector General of Police been first raised concern about the 2017-2018 budget allocation, where according to police not get complete one yet.
Even yesterday, I had engagement with the minister to tell him about the critical commitments we have, liabilities like the fear. NPE have warned that they are going to stop giving us fear. That will affect our response. Even our rice supply, the rice supply, we owe the rice man over 9 billion. It's now 4 months backlog. He has refused to supply. So I presented all of it.
Dr. Richard Moigbe carry on for tell the committee say from August 2018 to now, the Salon Police not get any money from government for carry on with them activity them. So them get calls for take couple when they gather from revenue for carry on with them activity them at the country.
I will not come with this initiative, Honorable. You would have woken up one morning in this country. You see no police patrol, no fear. Because sometimes we go for months without the normal budgetary allocation. And even when it comes grossly inadequate. So it's from this revenue that we run the force.
Although the law not give the Salon Police the power for spend couple when they gather from revenue, but as you hear from the Inspector General of Police, this don't they help them for move on with them work one other area, but the Salon Police supports for do them work. Now that they know they get direct support with couple from donor partner them. This, according to the chairman for this subcommittee of supply, Honorable Lahai Mara, not only go down well with members of Parliament, especially when we talk about support, we do not partner them can boast say then they give to the country.
Those UN, European Union, when they are ready, they will announce certain form of money that we've given this money to the government of Sierra Leone, and most of that money will be taken in the form of training. Maybe we'll be giving them back to their instructors or so on. So it's really sickening. We want to see when they are saying we've given this money and we ourselves control that money, how are we that money to utilize the way we want it. But it is not really happening that way.
This committee been same also look inside the budget of Guma Valley Water Company, but they been stand down the Guma Valley Water Company because they're not been able to provide complete information but them budgets. Madak Benke, na acting managing director na Guma Valley Water Company, he talked to Radio Democracy about how we feel with this committee been standing down.
Well, it's a learning experience. The way how we format with documentation and waiting the committee they expect are different. So that the committee kind enough for advisory for going format with document and come back. I mean, the information is all there.
So what do they expect from government now, and if we get what we expect, how we think we are able for doing our work perfectly?
Well, again, it will take years. Not to. I mean, this money say we're there on the budget. I think it's about 9 billion. If government give it down itself, it's not a lot of money for do it we want for do in Freetown. So we highlight specific things that we want for do for help reduce leakages, for help develop the water supply in our Hastings and other places. So that help for help dig boreholes in some communities. So that help they really want.
That na the acting managing director at the Guma Valley Water Company. After we Parliament been standing down at the Committee of Supply because they not been able to provide complete documents them for the 2019 budget where them be go for good defend. Next na the line na this subcommittee na the Teaching Service Commission. We self go talk about them budget for the 2019 financial year, but this commission look not satisfied with the about 1.7 billion loans where the Ministry of Finance been give them for the 2019 financial year, although them don't ask for about 10 billion euros for carry on with them activity them. Dr. Stenela Beckley, a chairman for the Teaching Service Commission.
The fact that we have to keep tabs on our teachers every single day, week, month, and at the end of the month, we need to know who and who has been there. We have to monitor them again to see who has left, who has died, who has retired. It's a heavy load, sir. We have such a big burden on our shoulders, and we ask for 10 billion because we have 14 district offices to manage, and the monitoring and everything that goes with. But we were given just 1.7 billion.
Dr. Stenela Beckley been carry on for talk about why he thinks the government for add pan the couple for the Teaching Service Commission for the year 2019. More so, what you think about the government flagship free education program, where plenty people believe say they not teacher them and.
I think there should be a stronger recognition by our government that this commission can move this country forward with quality personnel, with quality teachers, quality students, and take us back to where we used to be. It will pain my heart if when this thing comes, we get 1.7 billion. Perhaps I would have left by that time. I would write a strong note to say, then it's not worth.
That's not Dr. Stenela Beckley, chairman of the Teaching Service Commission. We now look gladdy with the kind couple where the Ministry of Finance allocate to this commission when about 1.7 billion euros. Although this commission, we don't ask for about 10 billion euros for able to do them work na different part them na the country. Member them of Parliament na the subcommittee of supply been assured the different MD them we been tin up before them, like the Teaching Service Commission, Sierra Leone Police, Tourist Board and other one them. Say then go look inside and concern them and go make recommendation them for make sure say they're able to solve them problem we get for do with them budget allocation for the financial year 2019. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me na Abdullah Blah the reports.
Yeah. We tell Abdullah Blah, thank you for that particular report today. We all know Salon Police, Guma, and the teachers them under the Teaching Service Commission. They asked for 10 billion, then give them 1.7. Then they claim say even under the free education, they have got a vital part for play. But to make I just bring Senesi Brahma, waiting you put on the table concerning the 3 services we don't talk about now.
Actually, I want to go with the police. I want just take that part. I don't know if waiting actually they talk in the Parliament if they understand themselves, because I believe they will don't. The president will catch in the first order and the way first executive order for get the single treasury account. So and this money when the police they generate, they go na this account. We no other person not get access to. So how you begin advocate for let the police begin use the money? Will be say anybody then charge their court or any other thing, you know, that directly that the consolidated fund they go pay. Or you want for them to say now nobody not for go pay that the consolidated fund, they for go straight to the police, then go pay because they get for use the money. They get for them and rethink. The police for let them use the money. Yes. I don't look okay with that because now the way the time they reach for budget, the police they go, they say this kind of planning for this year, not this and this one, and projection, they give the ministry. Then the ministry put under the Ministry of Finance put under the budget, where governments go look into them and try for disbursement and what we need to try for advocate here is government for always try for disburse money for the security, because one thing when they talk about security, you get for really try for let you see how you go able for satisfied partly. You understand? For example, we able get to security them, let them able do their job. But now come and say the money whether they use, whether they collect, they for use them, you go find out say we go begin see whether we give them that order. They say okay, we'll begin use them. What you get for see? We get for see policeman, they get for go the rampage begin catch people them rampantly because they need money. government don't tell us say the money on the send, now on the use. For now, then we will be giving money where then they always talk say, well, now every year we need, for example, we need 20 or 50 million euros. You go begin see that money get for increase because they more money they can inside because like the AIG get for check all issues there. Now, this month or next month, salary not there for next month. So don't spend money now for the salary next month. You go begin see driver they go begin cry, say police they arrest them unnecessarily. You go begin see them begin arrest people in the street for loitering. We go begin see who said they begin arrest unnecessarily, charge them to court. People they begin go to court because government don't say the money on the send, now on the use for sponsor on ourselves. Then later we can't see if we go if the balance go left for go reimburse because if you see them begin do that that's the try for no more. Now like we get the traffic call and the police and then a street. But traffic call is the issue ticket. Police they arrest you under. One get person, sometimes traffic call go down issue ticket, they go again for that same offense. Police go hold you because they say Ross Road today una for charge 10 people there na court. Police traffic call is not issue ticket here now. Then they can't own that same bound that same offense. Then police charge them. Then which how they go because as for now, the police and the traffic call they already see with wire. So I wonder which how will go. All the time they try for say the finance ministry get for be strategic for see how they go able to disperse money so then people here the rest like when the AIG talk for how many months they don't go without rest and not to today begin we don't see this thing happen. All the thing we they try for say here is the ministry get for be strategic for see how they go able for the produce for the give people where their money and able for make they able to do their work perfectly. I believe that at that point they are able to capture for now. At the other panelists they go talk on the water system because I don't get to that point be clear. Okay.
I just want to remind Fambul and say the phone line is still open. Yes, Senesi, you don't deal with the police, you don't talk small. Because me want to ask question, but then they are going to make us really go. Because the head of police, Dr. Richard Mogbe, say he take part the money. So who da get right for take part the money first? He say he take part the money because now he make safe, they not wake one morning, then see say patrol police they not there around. So who da get right? Who da tell before he go take part the money? He get access to the money?
Well, that in a case for make it answer. I believe say now that make it don't begin go now for let it go lobby for let them begin use the money where they collect because I believe say all money, all people the way they go to court now that consolidated fund that they go pay. I believe so. When they charge you in a court, who say they go pay, they go na NRA and that money they go pay na NRA and the consolidated fund they go. So I wonder how who say get whose money we in get. Now that the first for whose money we in get.
He say na the money. He talk about he say na the money. He say na the money now he take pan I make they no wake one morning they no see police patrol. And yes, there is problem there with the government. He say from August when they come.
Until day before the appropriate people they go answer that question. Would that give the authority for use the money? And how? Because what do you know? I don't know. What do you know? All police offences, all matters when they go to court, all traffic offences. Now NIA they go pay and the money they go after the consolidated fund. So I don't know whose actual money we get. So I know I don't know whose money that be, but me not say nobody not get the authority. But I believe if they ask him if we meet up so minded people, then now the first thing that they first they go ask her, would that get the authority for use that money? Even if so today, I believe so you get superior, you get the chairman, the VP, and the chairman for the police. So I believe so the first way for them to say, but as associated to happen, we get this money, let the VP get the authority say, okay, go finance, let finance give the authority for use that money. But if you go no more on the knowing to all the people there and now they go talk in a parliament say, they not grab no more one money, there is also team, then I think some certain the way they need for investigate further. But again, no left that.
Okay, we can bring Yusuf inside. Yes, Yusuf. You don't hear about police, Guma, and the teachers them. What in you own take where you want put on table?
My own take then. First things first. I don't know how they concoct this process to make if not the finance ministry, just say, okay, well, based on precedents, this now within this department will need for executing day-to-day affairs. If that are the case, it's wrong. To Senate's point, or to any good-minded individual, then get for us the government department. Tell them, say, we will need for give you a rundown of how they spend the money they get every year. We need to see a track. The track is if every month this is within they allocate them in a year. And not only that, if they factor in inflation, we will tell them, we will say, okay, well, based on history, this is which we don't spend. They or last 5 years we don't spend this. Then, so if we factor in this inflation, and we factor this condition, we look for expansion, we look for this and that and the other. Now this will the project say we will need for the next 5 years. These all get for come back to business continuity. If they say inside 5 years that this will get for need, then lay out the explanations and make, with, a margin of error plus or minus 1%. This go help. But if not the ministry sit down based on waiting, then just say, well, this is not their own and then bring account to Parliament, then they're wrong. And secondly, if even a parastatal or even a government department on bring camp waiting and bring camp, based on records we finance get, then cable come back to them and tell them, say, this is not even justifiable for me to carry going to Parliament. So now reassess this, when I make certain modifications, so else we know they take them for present this to the people of Salone. Then the other responsibility with our finance department get. I don't know if they get them or if they enact them or they not do them. But based on the evidence we see from which we read now this program, we don't see how that debate starts in a Parliament where then we'll go ask for exorbitant money. But we'll come back to the basics. If we come back to the basics or the basic things that we will need, we get from local side. The things that they really help any government or any country grow. First and foremost, security, healthcare, and education. These are the three areas where they paralyze any country in no time. If security gets fractured, a lot will go wrong. If education not get a better footing, a lot will go wrong. If the health industry not healthy, if that area is very porous, it will drain and paralyze the country in no time. And I know with all these three things I mentioned, we all know the effects. We don't see the effects from Ebola to whatnot. We don't see the security issue from the rebel incursions to the coup d'etats which take place at Salone. We don't see that. And we don't see the dilapidated standard of education at Salone, and we still feel the effects of them. If not, we're not going to talk about these things in the first place. Come to water will fall on the health aspect, even though an entity of your own. But me, I just want to encourage how this process take place. I know I will apologize for me naivety on this, because I will say one thing: if at all we open to the process and way they take place and an open process them, we able to get them. And thankfully, just like I said, this time we open university days. Me, I get to give this program serious credit, because without this program, Bokutin in the Happiness Salon, where I know they get information about. I know say they all out there for make we go look them and make we go find out, but the reliable aspect part of them. Me they look and say this is an open education source for Salone. So on that note, I just want to thank Sarah Network Radio, Salone in here for this wonderful opportunity they bring. So do ya make every Sierra Leone we get Salone at heart. Make we find resourceful avenues and where we defend the good information. And if they make we push for them so that we will get them. But the process get to be open so that we listen and go, no, what's the information here come out and how the processing they go, so that if we want to criticize, we will do it constructively because we got the information at hand for doing. We're not that blind thing because John say that this or me say that and he jumps say Almami said say that, so we'll go with that. So for me, I go want to make them revisit the process. If they get it rightfully, the industries or the ministries, they will go do it in the need for do them, bring a camp, finance go back, and they go back and forth before they finally get this thing for present to Parliament and subsequently get approved or disapproved. So then I'm your own take.
All right. Yes, Aaron, you get the floor, sir.
Well, I like how Yusuf put security, healthcare, and education. And I would tell you, all three of them also come under security. Of course, I will not talk about the police. Think about the Guma Valley. Imagine if that whole structure, the Guma Valley structure in terms of maintenance, in terms of personnel, everything collapse. It will affect the health and the security of the country. And sometimes we want to see education as a security factor as well. But just like how we put all in our security, because an educated society, a healthy society, it will make we think critically. The government we talk about this free education, but it seems like there is a lapse. There is a breakdown between this education, education teaching service committee, or we get for the education, the program where the government gets for free education, because all them things and they I think say if the government is talking about free education, all them things and therefore don't come into play. How them will able to get money for teachers them on time from make clear. No matter how slow the free education system they go, it go slow. But it look like then people have put a budget for 10 billion or so, then they get less than 2 billion. So I don't understand it. There is a lapse there. We talk of Guma Valley. I just mentioned, but not the health of the country. Now, water, not a thing where you negotiate, not a thing where therefore don't know the committee for them behind the scene. Therefore don't work. You imagine say they inflate the money where they need. They're not for things like that. No, I know they say they do them. Things like that not for happen. Therefore, be able to do something where when Parliament say them, they no say yes, this will make sense. Parliament on the other hand for no say this is vital to the health of this country, to the health of the people of this country. We have to work fast, and the budget, the people who do the budget, how them put out this budget without them people there then consent. Well, it looked like there was there was a lack of coordination, because how they get them figured out with them within a budget, then when people are going to Parliament say no, this not to so it look like say it's too much. Come to the police. When you think about you get to you got people you go to go school. Just make lady in charge of money. No matter how young he or she is, it's 12 year old, 8 year old. They take money how he like, he use how he like. That's what you want to take an hand for, say you want controller. There will be problem. The police, why there is problem? The police get that exceptional authority with the public not get. The police get authority over people, and when you enhance that authority, you make the police somehow become lawless. You give them a chance for let them control money. That's wrong. It's not supposed to be. This government for don't This government for don't try to put all the things there in place. So the police not to the business for allocate fund, not to the police business that all they need to do for ask for fund, for let them say the money where they collect, money where police they collect should not come to the police. And they're not going to there should be a system where the money they go to a certain fund or to the government. Whatever the police want, I like the police they collect almost billion a day. If the police want 500,000. Now they for not that money we then collect. That's wrong. That's corruption. It is enhanced corruption. And just like I was in the CC, if they make clear the police and say, oh well, we must go find way for get money. abuse the kind side because no thing then anything we they say government go and believe say the police say. New York here sometimes then people when they give ticket for bus pass. We should say if you not take your bus pass, they will give ticket. Then when they want to see almost ticket the issue. Sometimes police give tickets if you do certain things, then we're not supposed to do nothing. So say it costs you road on the wrong side because the government they raise from students in the then no saying that they themselves they make money, but the money not they go to the police, if you go to government. That is wrong. The government for don't try to fix all the things. This government not in power for some time. They for try to fix them things. I mean, I'm disappointed, particularly with the way where this police issue kind of that the police money where they collect. That's the police money right for collect money. That's wrong. That policy they wrong. They're not for collect money. Money where police, where people pay as a result of police activity or who police get or if for good night. Police those one and they use for money. It's wrong. So I'll just stop so far.
Aruna, add something to your point. You know,
yes, sir.
The police department at any country enough to be a source of revenue for any community.
Yeah.
Enough to be that. Now for serve, keep the peace, keep security, and make sure people adhere to rules. And if money comes, like you say, because we know what thing they happen to win within the American side. Or necessarily, police sit on a corner, set trap for you, send a 35 miles. They go set trap just after the 35 kilometers stop. They wait for you, pass. So they're not for doing like that. So, and we all know when in case they're going to cut, how they can end up for B. Now, waste no money for waste people in time. And remember, you're in a place where law there. I know they talk about justice, so law there. No, they exactly. Have to be. So if you are law there in justice state to some point, then you're gonna court, then go through that ticket there. Just remember, like me, you if I get to go work now, you tell me I get to go pay $200 ticket. I get to left me job and try to go fetch that case. Well, just imagine if that need to happen at salon. Then go do them indiscriminately, and people that will get the wrong thing, and people that will get victimized unnecessarily. And we all know how police abuse take place, where the mentality they say, you sabi what I mean? I'm an inspector police in web. We have policeman web, they will tell you to go arrest somebody. Well, imagine if this kind to play. So the government need to revisit that portion there. I would be remiss if I don't mention that the police force not for be any revenue source for any government. So they need to revisit that.
Well, thank you for reaching because we not be one reach that side here, but maybe you try for see no more. You try for bring council. Yeah, because we get traffic what the way they issue tickets on traffic offenses. Then you go get the police now. When the IG will just say, Ross Road, this month or this week, now for fiscal money for the fuel for then 15 trucks there. So we say also they go pull the money. As they go to that up begin arrest for Kumotoka, look for necessary offenses, then begin arrest people, then begin arrest people, begin they say for loitering, begin go and catch man, pull up the cell there. Then they say can bail, which of course bail now free. So then go make an answer bail if I can't pay. You know, see? Okay,
since we did talk, because now the police don't get somebody who they champion this for them. Because we all listen, not to think way the police supposed to do. I want bypass Sunday, but make I just play and quick. Larry waiting the honorable the champion for say, well, now because of waiting the police don't say, let them give the police right so that the police go to use the money. Let me listen to this one quick before we come to the last topic for the day.
The Chair Appropriation Committee 5, and we are they call MDAs and they ask them how they used them previous money and how they prepared this 2019 budget in relation to the human capital development. So one foresee all MDAs they tailor them budget towards that direction there.
Before they begin for ask them for defend the 2019 budget, now I can check for the 2017 expenditure, what them get, how they spend them, 2018 what they get and how they spend them. What you want to achieve, we want to go back for look into the internet.
To me, we get a little bit of financial background or do thorough check on MDAs. 1 week not enough. The auditors from them check any MDA, then can go around then 2-3 months, then they retain that same MDA. But in this case, waiting normally Parliament they do, then they send out a questionnaires relating to your budget for 2017 and 2018 and how you able for spend them. At the end of the day, they ask you for provide list of how you spend that particular money day.
You talk about time where there be a little bit of constraint because if I need forget thorough information, I need forget all the documents them wait time knocking there for make different MDA them for produce. This in any way they affect the work we're gonna do?
Yeah, definitely now one of the effect timing is very important. We know time now a very big resources and we they call different MDA. For example, Nami committee alone then assign 23 MDAs and if you take 23 MDAs within a week, you get for ask them about their expenditure, then don't give the expenditure aids. And if you want to go in details of the expenditure aids, you get for require for certain document like the vouchers, maybe an invoice and so on for so say yes, this expenditure right.
In a situation them where MDs them not able for give una correct information or give una the document them where una want for verify then last expenditure or waiting them being called for them last budget 2017. Waiting can be the action where una then committee them also can take.
Well, the reality is we can recommend for the house at the end of the day we get for present we report na the whole house. We can recommend for them withhold a particular MDAs in budget. And the truth is no MDA no make the hold in budget. So they're really committed and they work very fast. If you ask for any documentation, they can make them available. But the problem now with we the members of Parliament now for going to those documents for verify them.
Talking about budget demand for 2019 financial year, different MDAs them they come and then they talk about them budget and they defend them budget them. How you don't observe so far the level at which MDAs them don't they defend them budget, especially for 2019?
Yeah, because first we get for look into you what you submit as your budget. Then we next step now for look to your budget ceiling. The what Ministry of Finance give. Then from there we'll look to waiting Ministry of Finance approve. The waiting they allocate to you. Then finally waiting you receive. But you go surprise for making you know say 50% of waiting the Ministry of Finance they allocate. The MDAs are not the receiver. Then one of the things we'll find out is that Sierra Leone they run a system we call cash base. That means the moment you encounter expenditure, that moment they pay for it. So a cash based system is a system where you no able for operate if you not get money. But waiting they happen, for example, then can divide the activities into quarter. You get quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Sometimes 90% of the MDAs then don't can get funding in quarter 1, don't not get in quarter 2, sometimes in quarter 3. So now we see the reason why this country not the move. Because if you don't come with these financial systems in a cash basis we they use, release the people the money on time so that we will be able for work.
Some MDs them where they come then say that we don't make them budget give Ministry of Finance like Usai an MDA go down budget like for 2 or 3 million leons for example, then Ministry of Finance can give them like 500,000 leons. One example are the Teaching Service Commission we say based on what they be done budgets for meet up to the work with them for do na 10 billion leons, but the Ministry of Finance give them about 1.7 billion leons. Within as committee chairman them of different subcommittees I think but then different concern them also from MDs them.
We still work within the laws. The laws Parliamentary for make recommendation to certain percentage. I think if my memory can serve me like 5%. But again, if somebody don't prepare a budget of 10 billion leons and you go get down the 1.7 billion leons. And the Teaching Service Commission, government in priority na free quality education. I believe say the Teaching Service Commission of all left behind. We capture in we report. Most of them general recommendation there we are in government they delay for pay. Those MDAs we get for put into report. Again another key thing we will capture now within the police. Imagine police are in charge of the internal security of this country. If it delay the police and budget. What do you expect? Crime rate go increase and so on. So the police then get an aspect within they generate revenue for themselves. And Mina, deputy chairman for the Public Account Committee, will be not sit on them. Then this me particular report get for capture that again. We are in with the recommended revenue way police they raise, make them use them at the end of the day when they allocate to them, make them deduct them from their allocation, because the police can continue to wait for government until government money can before they begin operation.
Right there, because now waiting I be they look for. We don't hear. Send you get 1 minute. Waiting now you take on this.
Well, in Mende, which is the Tigara Paribu, what they say, the chief, they put law when high school, tell Mahi Asala, Grilek Beloma. What in this is for Sewi? Now, because of thing MPC say he covered. When the police go begin go haywire, begin catching your own family, and then first go begin calling na define in Pikina, na define witness cause. Me not see no way, you know. I never understand. I not really understand. But you know, all the hope and pray say if you go say let the police do, let them go ahead. That the police could do and but ask the police for them generate revenue. Let the police generate revenue. Say that revenue that it generates, then we get for use. Then anything when you tell on account or will begin looking the balance they will give you. It will cause trouble in that country. It will cause serious problem. And it will begin see drivers, they will begin to strike all angles. Of course, Okada they know for talk. He no go born good picking if this government say let police generate and for keep themselves. It's not possible. It's not ever possible on any side of the world. Because when you say you get security, let me say security say you be security, they go find food for yourself for it. Then what is demand for? If you say demand go concentrate, you go begin see or they begin get more traffic officers than na road than the before. Because that few traffic police officers within a road, they not do for them and generate that revenue. You go begin see more rates. They go just they go to different communities, go rate ghetto. They say you go rate ghetto, go rate this. You know when you push when they say work no day, you marry you want work this that, then from that design make you go sit down, forget a small conversation. You go begin to see Boku rate, they go to police, they go in the infiltrate on them small villages. Like when they go to that Jamba farm, they go ready, you go see what more they go to happen because they need money, they go say we'll not get a salary too. The IG no go afraid in government go sit down, and I go tell them say this month here, if you see we'll never waste the call money no do. Yeah. Okay, all right. The more they bring Canada, the more incentive they get because they don't get that power. It goes just take incentive they take no more. They share between themselves.
Well, make a bring Yusuf
advise the government for make you go that way. Or ask the police let them generate fund for themselves. And then say, if you advise anybody who advise this government for do that, and the wrong thing that they don't do. And I can stop that so far.
Okay, yes, Yusuf, you can come in. You get 1 minute yourself. Because I just still a plan, make we hear about the person really where they say Ingo want advocate, make police they do that. Yes, you get 1 minute, sir.
I'll still go and claim the horse again. The police force no need to be a source of revenue for any place. Then we take, if we flip this argument, if Freetown been don't get, not just say Freetown, not even say the entire country, not just say Freetown. If Freetown, the city of Freetown, if in a municipality, it gets Freetown police, not just Salon police, or Salon police go there as a general entity. Then you get Freetown police, wherein Freetown police, they get paid by the city of Freetown. Then get that mandate day. If they get whatever fund they raise from tickets to traffic ticket, like them one in the petty stop in there, not to let them big crime win a state crime. Because these are the other differences. Where you get separation of powers, you get things they run differently and very smoothly. Even though to some point it can get confusing, but as long as it gets broken down properly, then you'll be able to see the end means from that day. And here's what I mean by that. If Freetown, the city of Freetown, getting police force, as they do. Then police people and they do whatever they need for do. If not, don't see somebody to in a state and find them 500 Leones. Then they go, now Freetown City Council that money they go. How Freetown City Council use that money they in and they go want. Then if you get Wellington, if Wellington is an entity of your own, or you get a municipality in your own area, they get your own police. When a Wellington, they pay. If there is money in Wellington, how they use them in Wellington your own business. But Salon police, this is a general, this is a country police, then just get one big police umbrella where they do. So, you know, they look at them that way because it will create one discord. It will create the biggest thing ever where we they always try to cry down when corruption. You they entertain theory at this point wherein somebody go pocket. If you get somebody say, well, you get for pay now, I don't get it now either you pay now or we're gonna CID or we're gonna police. If that person they turn the corner, I say, well, okay, me auntie then I corner, no go to me auntie. If not 500 Leones, if they not say they charge the person, that person they go get 450 Leones. Then they not hide, then they not corner, you know, hide the ticket. It don't go. That's it. Now pocket money than before. Now, so you go to the boomer and come to the other point. If you catch somebody just say, but me na so person in picking, or me na so person family member, or you grab me with his cell phone, you call so person. Waiting, I will say, well, I talk to the policeman, or left and let go. If you don't let this one go, waiting, you go do for the other one. So, you know, this anyway, look at not a good strategy at all. Not a good strategy. Not a good strategy, period. So then I'm your own point now.
Yes, Aaron.
Honestly, you know, I'm just, you know, use of the finance man don't take time, courage. So the system don't talk on this. What you need to just want to say now that now when I see, you know, everybody get right to opinion. Clip like this or opinion like this not even deserve the attention of the public, of the people of society. Because when you get a vulnerable society like ours, we don't go through war, then people in the try to understand how for one, like you get people in the deceitful people like they are the couch, or them deceitful. I mean, suggestion there. I mean, not good at all. But we must discuss them and make people and say, know why it's wrong. It's wrong. I mean, when you give police the authority for do that. The AIG, when in captain no say the AIG they too much, the captain said don't begin cutting you. It's a big corruption even within inside the police force. Even up to the sergeant or the lowest rank. If I go begin issue tickets where the money nobody go even go up to the police the brass up top brass. It will be corruption kind of. They don't get any business. Even you should go to the biggest financial institutions in America. They're not the money they wouldn't collect like bank. They're not the central bank. They're not the money keep now to the now. Then now governments they pay their staff them. Now government they pay their staff them. All companies them. They're not the same because now we get this money. Then get system with them. They pay their staff them. Now, so in the work, the police force, now government run institution. They don't get no business for beginning with money. All that na corruption. All that na corruption. It should not happen at all. So now the word.
All right, thank you. I just want to play this one quick before we go. Let me just listen. Let me listen, please.
Bobo, according to reports, they say that in birthday Saturday we make 12. This Bobo, according to the report we get, go enjoy himself na Victoria Park, na that children's center where they did. But what come up behind there now? Tilly Williams been talk to the mama we born the Bobo. We go explain more inside this interview with Tilly Williams.
State. Me beginning birthday the 24th November Saturday. Now he say in back then a packing one go spend them. Now in the morning, if Papa give 70,000, he say like gonna pack, but maybe get church service. He say like go with an accessory, can I make it for go keep service? Now Papa say me to go Waterloo, he say you go no more, go meet you in a pack. Now I say, okay. Now it dress go. Me go na church. And Papa go na park. The picking get na park then 9:30 by the policeman the statement. And Papa go na park 10:30. He say me picking back there today. He dey kaya for car enjoy. They say the picking all the day. Do you that tell the picking don't die? He go there 12:30. They say the picking not good day. He go there 2:30. They say the picking not good day. He dey around they say the lock park. He not see the picking. Now he call me. He said, June, I not see Cedrico. Now I say, don't come out, they don't go crusade to Pastor Mambu. Now we wait till Pastor Mambu come out because I service street with him. Say Pastor Mambu come out, will not see the picking. Now he say, Cedric, no, do Lord jump in the street. Now he said, no, go to them police station. He said, well, go Eastern police station. As we go there, now he send me na FSU unit. Now the lady take the book, he begin write the name. Waiting I name. One lady be on the long bench will be the sleep. You know where uniform are close away. It's like Papa God wake come. Now I say, I hear he say one picking die in a park, one picking we go in a park. He drown, he die in a park. Now we left the street, we can a park. Now the police post. What kind of park? Now the boy say, he no been they go pull the file. They write out the thing. Say how? Now 12 o'clock the Bobo die, and not to the park the Bobo die. Now hospital the Bobo die where they go get and drip. Now go na mortuary. They say they not ever get that body, they not get picking safely. Not picking no goodie. We go na outpatients, they say they not get a kiss day. Won't come back na mortuary, they say not go na cottage because na picking. And the body then na mortuary. On the one they go by PZ, now tell the driver, say, do you can we go back na that police post? Now can we go na the police post? The way the policeman see me, now I say I get people there with the custody the way nobody picking and died. What go na any boy say? He said he became well red crepe. He said well red polo. He said the Baba said today in birthday. Now I make you one kind join the park. He said me papa they come. God want know waiting and pass with me picking sayanda. Small water. Me became born there all broke. Can mark there all day night body. When they done with me picking, they even at the water.
Widayagi, the Komra, we talk about this thing and in Peking. Senesi, what do you get to say?
Well, it really pathetic. It really pathetic. We are the listening because I not be listening this interview. I really feel up for this mommy. The way you picking. They say today, but Papa get money. Say okay, you choose to say I want to go. Say I want to go. Then unfortunately, the kind incident here happened. I just pray that God continue for courage the family and let God make the overall rest in peace. But you see, waiting with the talk just now about the security that the country. Now, if that Bobo don't tell the people they say Nayanda if they go. And the power don't come outside, it don't go direct at that place. This thing don't happen. Nobody know try for say, hey mama, thing don't happen. Just like what the mommy they say, they need for the investigator. Because if the power don't go 2, 3, 4 times, they know able get no information. They go police, they know able get, they go under and not get and they go mortuary and they go hospital. There's something fishy about this boy in that one where they really need for investigate. Because if in our water, it go left, possibly they go left in our water, it get cane mark, all that stuff they need. Like what the mommy say, me, I with the mommy for let they really investigate that matter and get the actual fact, what really happened. But you know, Abraham, it's really pathetic. We will get speaking there that country there. It's really pathetic. If that kind of park not secure, you go to that park, it's not secure, that kind of thing go happy. You know, there's some people they lost customer. They go lost customer they buy that. You see? I really feel that for the man, you know, anyway.
Okay. Yes,
let the other panelists contribute.
Yes, Yusuf, on this case.
It's a sad affair. You know, we prayers in heart go to this family for the loss. And as a parent also, I will be really, really distraught that if we can forget an encounter like this. I pray not to anybody make this not happen. Security is an issue in this case, and accountability is an issue. If at all, somebody know, a lot of people they know something about this beginning in demise. So, I will share the sentiment that it's just too sensitive. But the bottom line here is somebody knows something, and the other thing also, how old was this speaking again? Well, okay, by Salon standard, he will do it. I'm looking at Western standard, accountability the burden will go somewhere else on the parents because they're not going to make you left 12-year-old Peking. Yeah, she the thing to say, able go right with a put and go side they go. But for Salon standard, we all know that it's common. But the first policeman with them contact that park day, and therefore the burden there on the management of that party, period. Then therefore explain. And I'm pretty sure say they get security cameras. If they not get, well, let them put this on their own list. This could be one source for me to get security cameras for Uda enter and all exit points. Entry points and exit points and therefore get camera. Period. This is not a public place. Most people they go pay money for go get a good time. Security. If not private setting, fine. Then get private security. If not public setting, the government get controls over how they operate the security in that place. Because to any level, business or not, if somebody pass away, speaking for that matter, pass away now, any establishment na countries at the West, they want in the publicity set no want. Period. Let alone the backlash will happen after that day. Because at this point, me no go let me picking. I go advise any family member or anybody who will listen to this program. Make let him in 12-year-old or in 13-year-old unattended at that party. If not, who knows what else will happen to them. So this, the burden there on that party, the way they run that party, where they run that place, it's a private business. This burden there on them for make them go to find out and get to the bottom of this. And this is one place again also where we go up and encourage any journalist who will take this case, make it fan out to the end and get all the clarity we need. But again, once again, to the family, I pray for make them get solace. I will pray that this psychological burden will be easy on them, but I go on for see that then get somebody for take the fall for this because you're not be supposed to happen. Period. Then I'm on to this. Thank you.
Okay. Will you be the talk? You make mention of security. Yes, it's a private business and somebody listen and security did it because the last time I go salon a goodie. You not just the enter. Then get security day, then the activity you go do. Me na the restaurant I be the meet person actually. So I'll be just go for telling say I meet somebody in the restaurant. So not that it's just open. If picking the go day, you have to pay to enter. So somebody collect that picking the money for go inside. So somebody, other body they reach in a mortuary, somebody knows about it. So
yep.
I believe say make a bring our own. Yes, our own. Waiting a you take on this, sir.
When I read this thing, it make us sit up straight when I hear that clip. And I know say a lot of we listeners will sit up, especially for one of you will get picking their grand picking. I mean, this is so sad. I mean, it's very sad, very disappointing. On his birthday, he left, say, he'll go enjoy himself. I mean, it had to be for you begin left say to go on his birthday to go work out, then you go find in dead body after a whole net to go to the following day. There is so much that is lacking in communication. That moment where that boy don't die, William Clango Hospital. The security or the park authorities that don't inform the police or inform the press. Even if they're not I mean, that the responsibility for them for make a press release say one people don't die in a park. We they look for parents them. They don't need for sometimes no guys they don't go one people don't die in a park. The news don't go out. We they look for parents. So anybody was sending picking in a park that momently. And we say the information will don't go around. The press will don't pick that up. Either the police or the park authorities and just check out somebody say they forget camera. Security did it. And now imagine how do people land inside the pool? Now imagine say now inside the pool he die. How we get there in the first place? Because if you not sabi swim and pool, they're not going to allow you to go there in the first place, given certain age. It must have been that somebody kill this boy and dump it. This is my own feeling what I get. And this it's so sad. It's so heartbreaking and somebody just say it. Certain age day where you not go let it picking on your own. Whether not the almost 1,000 when parents and yam for labor and join themselves, whether not the shoe well, they see the one get rid of. And kill the bobo. Take a whole life. You never can tell what in a bobo for turn out for be. Then destroy a whole family. Nobody can fit in the mind of the mama and the papa and the relatives of this bobo. Nobody can feel them how they feel at this time. This talk who they talk to. Anybody will read that clip, whether they Indonesia or outside it go shock of what happened. And look at the time lapse. That's where the mommy them begin to go from church, go to police, go do that. What if they're not be nobody not before even make clear and know say something like that don't happen? It's sad and it's disappointing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely. Even we safe now, just sympathize with the family and we hope for the best for them. Make the one that we concerned really investigate this and bring everything out. Yes, and so waiting will be your final for today, and waiting are your hopes for next week.
Well, my final message for this week. Once again, I want to extend sympathy to the family with lost our bodies. Of course, this two sides to the story. Whether we waiting, we wait for waiting the management of the park will see, because the management just need to come up to statements for tell the public exactly how this thing happened. Then, of course, I always the things say I always remember say something good will always be happy. It will continue for happy in our country. We all for brace up for now push the country beautiful. We also have this one that because of people that left the country, that make we always run show one for going to the west. Then all the put hands on deck for the country beautiful. Why we for always be remember bad for country. So I hope for the best, and I hope we journalists they will give complete stories. Next week to start out.
Yes, Yusuf, your final for today, sir.
The final for today, I want to tell thanks to everybody who make any contribution on this program. And again, we sympathy go to this family for their loss, and we pray that they get solace and get information and get somebody held accountable for what happened to this young man. And for Salon, I hope to say processes will take place where they will give contributions to business continuity between government or between ministers or between leaders in any office or setting wherein it will make it easy for transitions to take place, and subsequently accountability will be prevailing. And on the other note, again, thanks, and thank you for this opportunity we get for come share and learn from one another. And until next week, I wish everybody for stay healthy and compliments of the season to everybody. And cheers.
All right. Before I go bring in Arun, make I just read this text. Concerning that, it will be the talk about the police them. We get Sylvanus Dean from Houston, Texas. He say certain police prison in America, then they generate fund from tickets where then they issue to offender and the money, then can use them for support, then day to day running at the police. And in some cases, then can even use them for pay salary. On the one way we talk about the park, he say the operators then at the park, he say then get a lot of information about that picking day in that one. He say and for close that park day until the investigation complete. Yes, Aaron, waiting will be final for today, sir.
You know, honestly, as you say, that suggestion they sound so well. Otherwise, people don't take something serious. You know, if they do that, government come in and say, you know, we have to close this park until we find out exactly what's going on. You will see something like that not going to happen anymore. Everybody will suit up. That man talk how we became in bone or book. Just imagine the kind of torture we don't go through before everybody die. It's so painful. You know, it's so painful. They are, you know, I want this program, if we contact Ron, if we're able to contact them, please don't do a follow-up. When we come next week, let people know exactly what exactly happened. That's the things that we will discuss now. Can I forget a follow-up to that? I will appreciate that. The other two I want to say again, you know, that person that takes it will be right. See sometimes one side in America, police and they do that. But now one thing will be in that accountability and the monitoring. You owe them get to they get a system where they work, you know, because sometimes the police they work the city council. But Nasalom, please let it not happen at all. Government will discourage that, please. So with that, I want to tell everybody thank you for listening. God bless everybody.
All right, thank you very much to Aaron Rashid Dean from New York and to M. Yusuf Ba from Atlanta and News Tennessee Brimer from Paris. Thank you guys for your time.